go wrong. Because people don't need him to beat the online narratives. Him and his camp need him to actually beat these prosecutors.
Wouldn't think you'd be worrying about that over worrying about this case of you facing 50 fucking years in prison.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
Yo, what up? It's Ahmadjay back here, another video. Today we're about to be reacting to a video by Omeezy. The video is going to be on ChudTheBuilder is already acting like he won. ChudTheBuilder, aka Chud the Bussy. Oh man, bro, this nigga, I'm surprised they actually let this dude out, bro. I thought he wasn't about to get out, but they let him out on bond finally, because after all these fucking gambling companies like found somebody, finally they let the dirty money release the racist. But yeah, he got out. But like, what I don't get, why is I seen a few people rejoicing on the internet, and I'm like, you do know he's still being charged for 50 years. He just got out on bond. That's it. That's basically it. I don't know why people think he won and he's out. All the races are just like in the comments, in the all over the internet, on Twitter, like trying to rejoice. Like, what has he accomplished? He's not getting out. He's not getting out of this. Just leave a sub. It's free.
Bad day, but also great day for us over here at the Unemployed News Network, because ChudTheBuilder has been released from jail. After $2 million behind bars, crazy stipulations coming from the different judges that exist in Tennessee, $1 million in bond money gathered up between 10 different companies, Dalton Etherly, aka ChudTheBuilder, is back on the mean streets. He showed his face on his live stream, and it seems as though he is free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, he is. Hold on. We not there.
In the boss man's yard.
While ChudTheBuilder is out on live stream singing to the heavens and mountaintops that he is being able to take a sniff of clean, fresh air that's not filled with dookie and musty men, he's not out to clear at all. There wasn't any reductions. There weren't any changes. He's literally just outside and has so many stipulations. So while he is out of jail, he's not exactly out of trouble. And I'm about to tell you exactly why.
See? Why are you happy? What the fuck are you happy about, my nigga? Bro, he got so many stipulations on that, man. And like, he probably has some type of thing. If he violates this bond agreement, he probably go back to jail, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people that go out on bond has like some sort of stipulations or some sort of agreements. You don't just get out. You gotta have something in place.
If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's going to go a long way for the channel. We're on the road to 185K, and you could get in early. And I do mean early. It's going to come. Just don't be the one that's not there.
Sorry.
Now, back into the video.
It's subject to a curfew from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. It's got to be
grown-ass man with a curfew.
Address.
I'd rather put that under seal to please the court.
We got to know where to look. It's going to be wearing a GPS, and I want to know if he's not where he's supposed to be.
Understood. Because of the intention, he's about to be a victim. So I can
Find
provide.
out where he's going to be living. You have to have that address. He's been required to stay at that address from 9 p.m. until 5 a.m.
GPS monitoring, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew, no firearms or weapons, passport application stopped/rescinded, and a gag order restricting what he can say publicly about the courthouse.
Damn.
That's exactly what ChudTheBuilder was facing.
Also, this nigga can't go online yapping about shit, because you already know a lot of these fucking weirdo streamers that do this type of shit, especially for him, he like to go out and just start yapping a lot. So he's under a gag order.
If he ever did reach this day that honestly I was dreading. Over here at the Unemployed News Network, I consider you guys to be family. And what better way to prove that than the sponsor of today's video, MyHeritage. MyHeritage is my preferred DNA test, and right now his supporters came to social media and begged and pleaded and tricked an audience. ChudTheBuilder is free from jail. He was caught doing some victory lapping on live stream, and I thought this was some fake news, but I rubbed my eyes and a tear dropped down. Partially because Dalton Etherly, aka ChudTheBuilder, deserves to be behind closed bars. But then I thought to myself as to how great of a day this could be. Now, I do think it's an important distinction. The gag order doesn't say that he can't exactly live stream, but he just has to watch what he says. But the fact that he ran back to the internet and ran back to social media so fast lets me know exactly who I'm dealing with. The only thing that the gag order is really restricting is him saying specific specific things about the what he's on trial for, you know, going into specific details. But he can still go online, be his Chud the Builder self, asterisk. He can still make assertions about his innocence and things like that. But what I took away from this is that he ran back to the internet. Even though it was a quick snippet, he still went back to Pump.fun, the platform that made him who he was. And ultimately, he ran back to the internet, a place in space that really got him in the position that he is in the first place. And this is where it gets interesting. Look, as somebody who has consumed a bunch of Law and Order, SVU, CSI, all these things, I've heard lawyers tell people repeatedly, hey, just lay low. You know, don't go back to the things that got you here in the first place.
We got 18 rounds for you. We ain't got nothing else. Don't follow me in my truck.
We don't want anything bad to happen. But this comment right here is exactly the reason why I can predict that Chud the Builder will be back and will violate this bond order.
What do you
Chud
say
the Builder
now?
starts off his online victory lapping by going to Twitter and tweeting out the words "no comment." And allegedly, people are thinking that this is referring to the allegations that are being laid down on him as regards to his sex life. Then, as people took to the comment section telling him that basically nobody cared about you, we've already moved on to the next thing, you're already finished. We're just waiting for the story to conclude. Chud the Builder, the air.
Hey, that's how I feel about it. That's how nobody gives a fuck about you, bro. Nobody even really gives a fuck, bro. He's trying to come back like he's this this crazy ass type of deal, and it's not really fucking working, bro. Bro, you've been exposed to be liking, well, he's been exposed to just be taking back shots basically from a few people, and he was with the trans girl, got exposed for that, and the community he's trying to basically appeal to, and the little racist community, they don't like that. They're gonna really have a hard time accepting you now. It's basically they just like kind of feel betrayed by you. Basically, it's basically to them they feel like you're just like LARPing, being somebody who you're not. You could be racist, but like they don't like when you're racist and gay. Pretty much. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being gay. I'm just giving an example of what they really think.
Arrogant, idiotic, numbskull that he is, decided to go back and forth with people saying, hey, this was peak copium. The reason why I think of this point is so important is because normally, again, somebody who has this problem with saying things on the internet, getting into these back and forths to the tune of pew-pewing somebody in a courthouse parking lot would say to themselves, you know what? Hey, maybe I need to, remove myself from vices. This is basically a drug addict going back to the drugs. This is basically somebody who is struggling with weight loss, going and hitting up the Krispy Kreme donut shop. Chud the Builder literally can't stand the fact that people are talking about him, so he's already on defense mode. He's already on attack mode. And we've seen what happens when he's been on attack mode. And after posting that horrendous singing attempt online, he then decided today to post a video of him walking the Nashville streets in what seems to be some sort of tailored suit.
They call me the Builder. Chud the Builder.
Literally back to where this all started. His entire online attitude at this moment is that I am back and I'm hitting the streets, I'm being me again, but I do have to combat these narratives, but ultimately this should be the same old Chud that once left. The sad part for Chud is that there's some truth in what that one person did say. We've kind of moved on from the antics of it all. Nobody's really worried about, the stuff that you're trying to promote or you actually being back to live streaming. In fact, the entire narrative and story behind you, thanks to content creators like Poetic Flacco, has moved from the stuff that you did in the streets and more so to
I heard something about that Poetic Flacco nigga too. He's being exposed for a lot of like crazy ass stuff too. It's like I think I heard he's just using this whole Chud the Builder thing to appease to the black community because he was on some crazy ass. I seen a compilation on Instagram of this nigga being like well, I think you can't even say the C word. It's a C. I don't know if they might. I'm not even monetized. It's the coon basically. There was basically he was appeasing to the white people and all of this, but then when tides have turned and he sees he basically does whatever benefits his channel basically in money. But off topic. Let's get back to it.
to what you were doing in the sheets. The people are having conversations about your sexuality, or maybe even you
4K
flirting with these underage people at the mall.
I was just talking about I need to find a cute little blonde somewhere. You got a boyfriend?
Yeah, and I'm 16.
Oh, okay, good.
As opposed to your
dumbass.
free speech stances that you think that you're, going out there and glorifying. Now, of course, we have to say that these are just online speculations and allegations, that these aren't anything that are established facts. But ultimately, what I'm saying is that the narrative has shifted, and now Chud the Builder is facing an entirely different controversy. One from a base that definitely hates what he is doing behind closed doors. And so now he's on the internet thinking that he needs to beat these online narratives, but this is where he's gonna go wrong. Because people don't need him to beat the online narratives. Him and his camp need him to actually beat these prosecutors that are trying to put him behind.
Yeah, bro, I wouldn't think you would be worrying about like a few rumors about you being gay. Oh no, they're not rumors. He got caught in 4K. There's 4K photos of him out there doing that shit. And I wouldn't think you'd be worrying about that over worrying about this case of you facing 50 fucking years in prison. On array with other charges you have. Even if you somehow get through, I don't see him getting through this 50-year charge. Unless it's probably like a lesser charge of him getting 10 to 20, I don't know. But you shot somebody in front of a courthouse. That's all the evidence that they need. They have cameras up there at that courthouse. Yeah, and honestly, I don't see him getting out of that. But then it's just the fact you got to deal with more charges after that. Maybe they will add some more time on that. He's essentially screwed.
Bars for upwards of 56 years. Look, no matter how you slice and dice it, Chud the Builder, in my opinion and others' opinions, is still royally cooked. He's still facing the aggravated assault. He's still facing the attempted murder. He's still facing the reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. And there's a couple of more charges with the dine and dash and all these other things that he has facing. Bro. It does not look good for him. And no matter how they tried to twist and turn these narratives while he was locked up, he had his flunkies on the internet. He had the Myron Gaines of the world grab some sort of lawyer to try to prove his innocence. At every twist and turn, when asked with every single legal expert, they basically said that, hey, this is looking very, very shaky for Chud the Builder. I wouldn't hold my breath on anything that he's got going on, because what he's saying doesn't make sense. The math isn't mathing. 2 + 2 is not equaling to 4 for Chud the Builder. And with this attempted murder case moving on to a grand jury, he needs to really get with his legal team and not with the internet team to try to figure out how they're going to tighten up this self-defense case, because it's not looking good at all. Remember, prosecutors argued what we all argued for the length of the Chud the Builder career, that he was the one provoking the altercation. He was the one who made the confrontation what it was, and then decided to escalate based off of the fact that he thought he could get away with it. And we haven't yet seen the live stream as to what goes on, but the prosecutors and the district attorney are alleging that, hey, we've seen the surveillance footage from the courthouse, because mind you, he was at a courthouse where they'll have mad surveillance footage. And Joshua Fox, the man that he attempted to murder, struck him only as Chud the Builder was reaching for a gun in a place in space.
Oh, I did not know that. I didn't know this detail about this. I thought it was just started from some other thing, but he's 10 times more screwed. Like, the guy only punched you because he literally saw you about to pull a firearm. This all makes sense. This all really, really makes sense, and the story really, really just came together now that I heard that. It really does, because this dude walked around talking about he actually thought about those thoughts of actually, killing a black man and becoming this type of dude that's like gonna beat a case and becoming some sort of racist legend or something like that. I think that's what I heard about, like, what he said he wants to do. So this all makes sense in why, like, the story of him pulling out the gun first and him ended up getting punched, but him ended up shooting himself. He still is really dumb.
Where you're not supposed to be carrying firearms. And this is where Chud's case is going to have him faced with so much jail time. I can only smile on the inside, even though he's outside. Is the fact that he said that, hey, I was reaching for some mace. I was looking to protect myself, even though that when they went to go search his body, when they went to go search his truck, there was no mace to be found. There was no
Big
proof
Goofy.
of mace. There was no Cameron mace. Nobody smelled any smells of mace. There was no mace to be found, but there was a firearm that was used on Joshua Fox. Chud's defense team, the ones that are in the courtroom and the ones that are online are claiming that he acted in self-defense. And they're victory lapping because he has stepped out from behind those prison doors and he is now back to live streaming. But ultimately, he didn't beat the case. He didn't win any self-defense ruling or anything like that. There were no charges that were dropped at all. The only thing that he did was be able to put together money from stupid people who were able to support Chud the Builder. He's still facing 2 cases in Montgomery County and Davidson County that are going to be to the review of grand juries. That Davidson County one was the one where he decided that he was going to dine and dash and then resist arrest and then do disorderly conduct in the streets. And it has him having this separate $15,000 bond and different stipulations and circumstances that he has to face while he is out of jail. So yeah, Chud the Builder may be out on bond, but that doesn't mean that he has strict conditions that are tying him up and weighing him down. Now he has to face all of these other problems. He has to face the situation in Davidson County. He also has to face a previous situation that happened late last year where he got hit with some harassment claims. This specific one was scheduled for an August 10th hearing, but ultimately got pushed back. But what I'm really trying to say is, while Chud the Builder was facing all of these challenges in jail, whether he was going to be able to keep his cookies or keep his milk, or if he was going to be sleeping on the floor, or if he was going to have to be wiping somebody's toilet seat down, or, you know, doing all these other things, now he's going to have to face a plethora of other situations outside of the courtroom. Chud the Builder fans around the world can call this some sort of W.
These people are fucking clowns, man. Chud just made bond. I am at the courthouse rejoicing. These type of people are stupid. They don't essentially think this nigga is like out the woods. If you go be a fan of this nigga, these niggas are probably fake fans of this nigga. Because like, if you go be a fan, at least have some knowledge of like what he's still charged with. This is only like the big thing he was charged with. There's so many other charges. Soul case, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this dude's done. I'm just happy to see this. This dude's done. You pulling out a gun and shooting somebody? Yeah, you're straight goofy. Does he talk about anything else? But yeah. Just to think that his fans really are rejoicing right now is really dumb. These people are just so blinded on racism. They are actually just the most dumbest people in the goddamn room, bro. This just puts everything into perspective of how people really do not pay attention, bro. And like I said, I wouldn't think bro would be this damn excited walking around talking about I'm Chud the Builder. Like, shut your goofy ass up, bro. And yeah, just to learn that damn detail about him actually pulling out the gun first and actually wanting to shoot somebody, that it makes so much sense. It makes so much damn sense. And like I didn't even know about that detail, man. I gotta give Ahmadjay a like for that, because I checked out 2 other videos. Either I wasn't paying attention or I did not did not learn that. But man, let me know what you think about this Chud the Builder nigga. Do you think he's screwed and he should be worrying about all these other ass charges? Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We are on the road to 900. And the link for the video will be in the description if you want to go check it out by yourself. And don't forget to sub, bro, because it only takes one little click of a button to sub, and it's free. You'll be doing me a favor if you want to see the growth of my channel. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?